Hey guys, welcome to Brickstars. In today's video, we're going to be creating an epic gang of marauders, specifically the WOLFPACK. This is a minifigure that LEGO brought back in the medieval town square set, and boy are we thrilled to see the return of the WOLFPACK. Looking at this minifigure, they've kept a lot of the original elements, but they've modernized it to today's age.
We're actually big fans of the WOLFPACK faction, and it inspired some of these photos that we posted on our Instagram a while back now.
You may notice that these photos use the old WOLFPACK torso, and this one that we have now is brand new. So comparing those two torsos and minifigures, you can see here we have the new minifigure and the old minifigure from those classic LEGO WOLFPACK sets. I believe they only had 3 sets or so, but they were iconic enough for LEGO to bring this minifigure back. It's one of the handful of castle minifigures that LEGO's brought back in recent history, with the Black Falcons, Forestmen, and now the WOLFPACK. Thankfully, you can also get these on Pick-a-Brick, so we managed to get a couple torsos here, and that's the starting point of our custom Marauder gang. And we just love how these torsos look. They're clearly inspired by the original with the brown base, the black arms, but also that refined print, the belt, the piece around the neck. Just an awesome looking torso. And of course it has back printing as well. Another thing we tried is swapping the arms. This is a trick that LEGO used to do to add some variety to their minifigures, and we're going to try and use the old torso as well in our gang. We grabbed a couple of our accessory pieces focusing on the browns, the grays, the blacks, and now we get to the build. This is the fun part, so we're going to try and put together a couple custom minifigures here, really trying to use some animated, scary looking faces. And here's the first guy. This is Axel the Axe Master, of course featuring this very cool looking axe piece, the 2-part axe instead of just the single piece. And we like how he turned out with the gray pants and the black hood. The next minifigure also uses the black hood, but this is the old LEGO style black hood, which we just love. The detail, the folding on it. And here we gave him black pants to really show off the darkness of this minifigure. His name is Noctis, and he's in charge of the night watch for the WOLFPACK. So he makes sure that they can all sleep safe at night while he's on guard. We just love how this next minifigure turned out with the hair through the middle, the shaved sides, the eyebrow scar, the little stubble on his beard, and then the jagged knife to go along with it. The black arms and black pants we think work great here, and his name's Razer, so you know he's dangerous, he's ruthless, he chases after anybody that gets in his way, and we love this neck piece that ties in with this torso. Here we've made an attempt at swapping the arms using the dark red with the torso and also adding a bit of different color with the neck piece and the legs. We didn't want all of them to look exactly the same. So Raven looks a bit different. She's very stealthy. She's a fighter. She's swift with the sword, and we love the color balance on this minifigure again. The face looks pretty dangerous. She's lost an eye, so you just don't want to mess with her. Here we've got a big, burly, tough WOLFPACK. So we've given him this long axe piece featuring the WOLFPACK flag, and his name's Grizz. Obviously you can see we love this hair piece, and what's really cool is it ties nicely with the WOLFPACK, but it also allows us to use some other torsos that don't necessarily show the WOLFPACK icon. You can see this torso looks great here. We've kind of made a little fun scene that exposes the torso because normally his beard covers it, but we think he ties in nicely with the gang. We've chosen all brown on this next minifigure with the arms, the old style hood piece again, and the bow, quivers, the crossbow here all in brown. We think it looks pretty cool. His name's Archie. He's the youngster in the group. He's run away from his original home and joined the WOLFPACK, and he's working extra hard to prove himself that he's a worthy member. So although he's young, he's ambitious and ruthless nonetheless. We just love how these spiky shoulder pieces look, and especially when they're kind of unbalanced, like in this case over the one arm. The dark brown spear also looks great, and it kind of ties with his hair, so the color balance in this minifigure is really nice. His name's Draconus. He's the tracker in the group, so we imagine that he would be the one kind of finding their enemies or on the trail trying to scout where they're going. So he's an expert in that and would not want to mess with him. Sword, arrow, he chooses the spear and he's excellent with it. This next one may be our favorite minifigure of the bunch. I just love how this guy turned out with the hair piece, the dark bound pants, and he's got a couple accessories with him. You can see he's got the bag, the satchel, a knife, and his name's Furious. He's the famous thief of the group. He's had some misfortune in his life, but he's turned it around by stealing from everyone else. And what's kind of cool about these names, if you've been following along, is that fur is actually the Latin word for thief. So we've tried to give some logic behind some of these names, and we think he looks the part. Here we've used the old Wolfpack torso. We've given him some legs that have a bit more detail to offset the simplicity of the torso, and we've given him the Wolfpack shield. Just love how this hair looks. It really looks like those medieval knights that would have long hair. And Lupus, the wise, he really is the brains behind the Wolfpack. The rest of them are kind of just crazy, do whatever, ruthless, but he develops the strategy. He's kind of a con artist in a way, and he really helps lead their operation. Finishing off the gang is this sinister looking minifigure, but you'll note he's a little bit more clean cut. So this is where some of the lore that we made up, we imagined that he was a prince in another faction, and he's got the gold bracelet that he wore from his days of being a royal, but Malik is no longer a royal. For some reason that's yet to be disclosed, he was banished from his faction and he joined the Wolfpack in a revenge against his old faction. Let's take a look at the whole gang together. So you can see we tried to keep the colors consistent, but we didn't want every minifigure to look the same. And we really wanted them to kind of look like a disorganized bunch. They're not an army. They're not infantry of sorts. They're marauders. They're outlaws. They're guerrilla units. So these guys all look bad. They've got kind of stubbly beards. They've got missing eyes. They've got scars. And they do look like a collective bunch. So we're really happy with how these guys turned out and those little accessories and weapons that they use. So let us know in the comments below, what do you guys think of our Wolfpack gang? What would you change? What would you add? And stay tuned for the next video because we're going to be building a mock for our Wolfpack. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like our videos, please hit that subscribe button and we'll see you next time.